had further guidance that the online portal for employers to apply for the grants to be paid back for furlough pay will be working from the 20th of April. And the HMRC believe that they will be in a position to make those payments out by the 30th of April. And they also believe that generally they will process payments between 4 and 6 days. So that's going to be pretty quick. Everybody is in fear that there's going to be not enough capacity at HMRC to deal with all these claims, but HMRC have said that they have capacity to accept 450,000 claims per hour. So that's a pretty impressive stat, if that is the case. There will be some more guidance again, and there are some more tips out there on how to make that claim, and I'm just going to go through those now. So what do you need to submit? This is all on the coronavirus job retention scheme guidance from the government, which you can find online, and it's a very good comprehensive note, but I've pasted it obviously for this talk. You will need your EPAYE reference number. You'll need to know the number of employees being furloughed, the claim period, start and end date of that furlough period, your bank account number and sort code, your contact name, your contact phone number. You, the employer, has to calculate how much the payments are. HMRC are not going to be doing that for you. You've got to put in the claims. You can put the claims in before or during running payroll, and the claims can be backdated to March the 1st. Do not forget, the minimum period that you can furlough any individual for is 3 weeks, no less than that. But you can rotate your workforce. There's nothing to stop you putting some people on furlough for 3 weeks and then requiring them to work for 3 weeks and swapping employees around so that some benefit from furlough and then go back to work. Because remember, they can't work at all when they're on furlough. So if you've got your business still running, and again, I've worked that out with a number of employers in the last couple of weeks to keep the business going. They don't need everybody. They can take advantage of the furlough for those they don't need, but they can rotate and keep everyone on a roll. And that's a great idea if that's what you need. Redundancy. What if you want to make individuals redundant? Some employers have taken a view that they are going to make individuals redundant anyway, and they're not going to take advantage of the furlough scheme. That to me seems a great shame, because that's exactly what it's for. It's to put off the day when you do make those individuals redundant and they are gone. So if you can, use the furlough scheme for those you were about to, or you genuinely think you're not going to need again, whatever happens, nobody knows, then use the furlough if you can. However, if you do make individuals redundant, there is no, furlough does not give you a quick passport to redundancy. It does not count as a consultation period. There's no shortcut. You've got to still follow the general law. You've got to follow a proper consultation procedure. You may have to follow a proper selection procedure as well. So take care, because it's very easy to think, oh, we haven't seen those people for a few weeks. Oh, we'll just slide them off over into redundancy. You're going to have several claims in the employment tribunal, which is still very much up and functioning, albeit by Skype. So beware on that. And my advice on that is, again, take legal advice on those situations. Holiday is another big area upon which I've had a lot of questions, and we have got some clarity on this now. Big question: can individuals take holiday when they are on furlough leave? Why would they want to is another thing altogether, but The answer to that is yes. Almost definitely yes for the compulsory 4-week holiday period under European law. Probably for all of the full 5.6 weeks under UK law. Anything more than that contractual, maybe not. But bear in mind, if you agree to them taking holiday during the furlough period, then it is our view, and that of the majority of lawyers out there now, that you will have to pay them 100% for their holiday pay. So you're not going to get 100% furlough pay to pay the holiday pay. You're only going to get 80% at most, but you are going to have to pay them the full whack for their normal holiday pay. What if they don't want to take holiday, and you want them to take holiday? You can oblige them to do so. The general law applies, and that is that you have to give double the notice of the amount of holiday. So that's possible. If somebody's going on furlough leave for 3 weeks, then you can give them 2 weeks notice that the third week, which is 1 week, obviously half of the 2 weeks notice period, should be taken as holiday. Employees may not want to take holiday, particularly not because there has been a new law in the last couple of weeks that employees can now carry over holiday, and certainly the 4 weeks compulsory European leave, for up to 2 years, rather than 1 year, up to 2 years, if it is not reasonably practicable for them to take it due to the COVID-19 virus and situation. So they've got a pretty good reason to say, you know, it's simply not practicable for them to take holiday at this time. The point about the full pay, that hasn't actually been set in stone in the guidance to date, nor has it come from HMRC, but a colleague did email HMRC about bank holidays this weekend coming up, and the HMRC customer support have said if an employee is on holiday while on furlough, then they the employers should ensure that they receive full pay for that period. So I think we're going to have quite a lot of queries about holiday. And to finish my talk, and I'm sure there will be questions, as I often say when I'm doing HR Lunch Club updates, no talk is complete without mentioning TUPE, because we all love TUPE so much. And I've already had this question about TUPE. What if you have employees who were TUPE'd over to your organisation after the 28th of February? Well, on the current guidance, unless those employees were on your payroll as at the 28th of February, they do not qualify for furlough leave or furlough pay. That doesn't really make much sense though, generally. And we have heard from an MP who's put this question to HMRC and to the government, is that going to be the case? Are TUPE'd employees not going to be able to be furloughed? And the answer to that MP is no, the TUPE'd employees will be able to claim. So that contradicts the current guidance, but it looks like there will be further guidance to confirm that TUPE'd employees in your organisation will be able to claim. So that's it on TUPE. Sorry, that was quite a lot to take in, I realise, but there's just things happening all the time with this job retention scheme, and we'll be getting more guidance and more pointers. But that is all I'm going to say on it now, apart from hopefully being able to answer some of your questions. Thank you for listening.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Kate. I've thrown up my camera and microphone. Obviously, we have got a lot of questions as anticipated. Some of them I think we might have covered, but I'll just clarify a few points.
Okay.
We'll do a quick whiz through with Kate now. So we've got a question on furlough staff from the 1st of April. Are they correct in thinking they're going to be covered for the next 2 months?
Yes, a 3-month scheme.
Yeah.
So we have been told, let's have a note on, yeah, 3 months, as long as they were on the payroll as of the 28th of February,
yeah.
You can bring in different employees, yes, yes.
Fine, but the scheme effectively ran from the 1st of March,
yes,
3 months, didn't it? So we've
yeah.
now got just under 2 months left on it. So
yeah.
There was a question on salary sacrifice. I know you touched on that. The website says that this amount should not be included in the claim. Can we change the contract to amend the salary sacrifice pension scheme and claim the full amount of salary?
Yeah, yes, yes, yes. COVID-19 counts as a life event so that you could change the salary.
Great, thank you. I have a member of staff returning from maternity leave who will furlough upon her return. Current maternity cover has asked to be furloughed even though her fixed term contract would come to an end. Is this possible?
You need to extend her fixed term contract.
Yeah, and then you can furlough from there.
Yeah, and you need her agreement to all of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which shouldn't be too much of an issue by the sounds of it.
No, why would she not agree?
Exactly. Okay. If we reduce the hours of team members due to the crisis and then decide to furlough at a later date, are they paid for their original hours or the reduced hours?
It's well, you can use, because it's varied, you can use the formula, which is an average of the last tax year or the month a year ago. So you could use the higher figure. You can use the higher figure.
Yeah. Okay. And you know, I guess as long as you're not topping up that extra 20%, it's not going to impact you as a business anyway in terms of the amount you're paying out. So why would you not?
Yeah.
We've got again furloughed workers, agency workers. Will they have holiday accrued and likely paid by the agency?
Sorry. Yes, I didn't. Holiday will accrue during furlough leave. Yes.
Thank you. What are the options for small businesses who don't have funds to cover 80% of staff wages for April but want or need to retain staff? That is a separate question, probably above and beyond this. Speak to your bank if you are going to speak to the bank about, for example, a short-term business loan. Please make sure that you follow all the lending criteria. Don't just go there saying, I need some money to pay staff. What's your plan to pay that back? We are obviously looking into the civil scheme and what support is there. There seems to be a bit of confusion, but a lot of the high street banks, as long as you're going to them with all the right information, are able to lend as part of that scheme. So I would encourage you to look into that one. We have an employee currently on furlough until mid-April due to us having no work for him. His partner is pregnant with a baby due in May. If we have work available for him when his furlough ends, but he doesn't wish to come back at a time to protect his partner, do we have to continue his furlough or does he go on SSP?
Okay, so if he has to protect his partner and he's shielding, then he could go on to furlough, yes. Yeah. And that's covered in the new guidance, so that's probably a yes.
But again, that would be something that you'd need to agree with that employee.
Yeah, every time you need to agree it.
Sure. I think it was a follow-up question. If an employee is shielding but does not earn enough to qualify for SSP, can they be furloughed? I think we've answered that one. That's a yes. We have an employee on phased return getting salary for working day and sick pay for non-working days. Can we only claim for the working days?
Yes, why would you not? It's just the same as normal. It's I don't quite understand that question.
So I think somebody is on a phased return to work, so they're getting paid a salary for the days that they're working on and SSP for the days that they're not working.
Oh, okay. You can't.
Return.
So, well, whilst they're still getting SSP, they can't get furlough. It's one or the other. So
even if they're on a phased return.
The purpose of this is the government do not want individuals to benefit from two types of handout. That's what is clear. So if you're on SSP in any capacity, you're not going to be able to get furlough for that period as well. That sounds a bit muddly to me, and so it probably needs looking at individually.
Could you? Yeah, okay. So I'll ask this person to contact you directly then on this one.
Yeah.
we touched on the Easter weekend. Do they have to take the bank holidays as holiday days and lose them from their holiday allowance? If so, are they paid holiday in line with normal holiday rates?
Well, there. You see, this is a really good question,
Yeah.
and one that HMRC hadn't really thought about. What we do know, because there was a question asked to HMRC, is that it doesn't have to break the furlough period, because somebody's asked, does Easter bank holiday break furlough? But the answer to that was actually you should be getting full pay for those holiday days.
Yeah.
So,
and if you're paying them
if you
full
normally
pay,
get back,
you can claim back that 80% rather than 100% of the full pay.
Yeah, but you could roll over it as well. So, there is this capacity to roll over when you're on furlough leave. So if you don't want to take it, some organisations are saying, we want you to take holiday, or you can't work because your business doesn't function on those days. But yeah, otherwise you can still be on furlough, but you probably try and vote to roll your holiday over.
Yeah, okay. Have a member of staff that's gone on furlough due to young childcare requirements. Said person looks after my day-to-day accounts and follows up late payers and make sure we pay our suppliers on time, so they're within an accounts function. Can they still do this furloughed?
No.
Or are they able to explain how to do it to somebody else?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, so
I mean, that's really practical.
If you were within the organisation and you had somebody that normally did that function for you, they could tell you how to do it, and you could do it as one of your statutory obligations within the business.
I think it would count as some form of training that didn't have a direct generate income, so I think that would be absolutely fine.
Fine. So as a kind of follow-up question to that, if the director in question is furloughed, I know they've got some statutory duties in terms of accounts and things they need to do. I take it that the tasks around invoicing or following up late payers would not be statutory tasks?
No, they're not going to be fiduciary duties now. So you're not going to get away with doing those.
No, afraid not. Okay. In terms of overtime, we've got some questions here on what's included in your base salary. So we've got things like past overtime, fees, commission, bonuses, non-cash payments. Claim for regular payments, you're obliged to pay your employees. This includes wages, past overtime, fees, and compulsory commission payments.
Yeah.
However, discretionary bonuses, including tips and commission payments and other non-cash payments, should be excluded.
Yes.
Fine. So if it's something they're regularly receiving as part of their regular income, if it's not a changeable amount, i.e. a performance-related commission payment, you pay it as part of that. Fine. If an individual receives an inconvenience payment for each month of being called out of hours, does this count as a regular payment? Well,
if it's regularly paid, if they regularly get those fees, yes.
Fine.
And they got that last year, and they got it, and if it varies, you could do the monthly average over the year.
Okay.
I think so.
Is a car allowance part of their regular salary?
I don't think so. There's going to be loads of these like borderline parts, and I think you are safer to say we drop the car allowance. You could drop the car allowance, during the furlough period.
Sure. Okay. Just touching on cars, I know we've got some people on the call who've got fleets. I think if the individual holds on to their vehicle and parks it on their driveway, it would still sit on their P11D as a benefit in kind. If they deliver it back to you and it sits at work, it wouldn't, is my understanding.
Probably more a question for an accountant than me.
Yeah, we've got a webinar that was done with a car leasing firm, and that was something that came on there. If you want more details on that one, have a look at our website. It's under the events tab, and we've got all our webinars listed on there. Is there a minimum time that an employee needs to be working between furlough periods? My understanding is 3 weeks minimum to furlough and then 3 weeks minimum back.
So no, I don't know actually. Okay. No, I don't think there is. So what they're saying is you put them on furlough for 3 weeks, then they work for a week, and then they can come back on furlough. Yeah, I think so. I can't see anything in the guidance that says there has to be a length of time
Fine. Okay.
between
That's good.
furlough periods, because actually you can just extend it anyway. You could have no breaks at all.
Okay. I run a weekly payroll. Our staff are contracted to a 30 an hour basic week and top up their wages weekly with variable but regular overtime. My software providers indicate I should use overtime figures in my furlough calculation, also in previous HMRC guidance. Obviously, you said overtime shouldn't be included.
Anything regular, contractual, probably yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But again, there will be some more guidance. The weekly payroll, that will work as well. You can claim weekly through this online portal when it's set up.
Sure. Okay. Somebody who was employed prior to the 28th of February with the first payroll being mid-March, they were employed on the 28th of February. So
yeah,
they qualify. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone saying, can we claim 80% for bank holidays? Yes. So if you need to pay them their holiday, so if they're on a bank holiday and you pay them their holiday, you can claim 80% of that back. You might want to defer it as part of their holiday.
Yes, you probably do, and then you avoid having to pay the full amount for holiday. Now
Okay.
they're not going to lose out.
Okay, and I've had a little bit of clarification. Apparently, the CBI apparently confirmed this morning that a car allowance would be a regular payment.
Oh, okay, so that's helpful, isn't it?
That's hot off the press.
Yeah, that's really helpful because that will increase the base amount.
Yeah,
that's right.
But that's the CBI announcing that one. So I want to see something from HMRC as well there.
Yeah.
To clarify that one. Okay, brilliant. I think we've come to the end of the questions that were put in the group chat. Did you have anything else you wanted to add, Kate?
No, that's your questions. It's fine.
That's all right to stop there. Yeah.
Sorry that I can't be, 100%. It is just a bit of a moving feast, but as soon as we get more guidance, and I'll be liaising with the chamber soon, and we can do another one of these if that's helpful.
Yeah, I think this is where so many of our questions have come from around the furloughing of staff and to support business and individuals. So these webinars are very, very helpful, Kate. So thank you very much, and I'm getting lots and lots and lots of I'm going to call it lots of love on the chat there. So thank you very much. We always send out a feedback form or a quick email after these webinars. If you do have anything particular that you want us to pass on to Kate, or indeed if you've really found this useful, send us some love as well. We need to demonstrate that we're supporting businesses as well. So it'd be great to have that as well from you guys. Thank you. I will say thank you again to Kate. Brilliant as always. This is an evolving situation. As and when we think that things have evolved again, we'll do another one of these, I'm sure. So I'd like to thank you all for attending. Do keep on checking back on our webpage. There's all sorts of events that we're putting on to support businesses, even though we can't meet face to face. There's lots that we can do as a chamber to support you. So do keep checking back. And I'll just say thank you very much, Kate from Clarke Willmott. If you've got any direct questions, I know her contact details are on the Clarke Willmott website, so feel free to get in touch. But thank you very, very much.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Alistair.
Well, have a good Easter.
And you.
Bye-bye.
Bye now.